Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be discussing how veganism helped me out of depression. This is a very heavy topic for some people, so I don't want to offend you by taking it quite lighthearted. I just tend to look at the past in general as something that isn't going to change and shouldn't really um, be something that we spend much energy thinking about or putting emotion or thought into. So it's going to be a pretty lighthearted approach to discussing the issue. So sorry if you're offended by that, but in about 2000, when was it? Probably 2011. I went into a very deep depression that lasted till about 2012. So for about 2 years, I was just in this very depressive state of mind. I would, excuse me, I had very little uh, little emotional interactions and thoughts. I was very detached and was very unhappy and was depressed. So if you know what depression is, you know what it was like. So yeah, and during this time I was in my first year of college, and I wasn't making any friends my first semester, and I would just be in my room or in class all the time. I dormed at college, and I would just be in my room or in class. And when I was in my room, I was either eating or watching TV or something. Yeah. So during that time, I was just like, I'm never going to make any friends. This is horrible. Blah, blah, blah. Then I started making friends in my second semester at school. Um, and I started becoming a little, still depressed, but a little more optimistic about things, and seeing that I could potentially make friends and stuff like that kind of brought me up a little bit. Then I met my friend Melinda, who was a vegetarian, and we would hang out very often, and we just talked about things, and I saw that, like, I saw what she would eat and things like that, and we both sort of shared the same outlooks on life, and I decided to try being vegetarian for a bit, and I went cold turkey, just decided to be vegetarian and stuck with it. So she was kind of like my inspiration to go vegetarian, and I was actually her inspiration to go vegan. So it's kind of awesome how that worked out. She just recently became vegan, like I think a week ago or something like that, and so I'm so proud of her and so happy. Um, but yeah, so she inspired me to go vegetarian, and so when I turned vegetarian, I noticed that I just felt better, like overall, like even emotionally. I started like being more positive about things, and like opening up to more people, and I just noticed that the food had an effect on my emotional state, and not eating meat brought me to a more positive place, and a more even motivated place. And then in addition to that, I started dropping weight, which was also a boost for me. And I started feeling really good about myself when I started losing weight. I felt happier. I felt more confident, and I felt like this change in my eating really just was the standpoint for me to come out of this dark place that I was in, as a depressed individual. And I don't know what it is, but it's, I haven't looked it up or any, well, I did look it up once. Don't remember exactly what the article said, but obviously that's one article, and you can do plenty of research on the effects of meat on our emotional and mental stability. I wonder if there's a lot of research on that. I'm not sure, but I definitely noticed that the change in my diet propelled a positive effect on my well-being. So yeah, I mean, as I lost weight, I became happier and happier, more confident. I was coming to a state of being more spiritual, being more in tune with who I was, being myself, because I didn't really have much of an identity when I was depressed. I was kind of just, I don't want to say I was hiding myself, but in a way I felt like what I said wasn't important or wouldn't be well received by others, or people wouldn't care what I had to say or anything like that. So I started coming out of that as I became a vegetarian. I started meeting new people and really just being myself and creating myself and finding myself all at the same time. It was pretty amazing. And without that change, I'm not sure how different my outcome would have been. So this is just me sharing my experience with you about depression and the relationship it has to veganism and vegetarianism. I guess briefly I'll talk about when I went vegan. When I went vegan, I definitely gained a much clearer sense of myself, the world, and just everything. There's just this clarity now that I have when it comes to my opinions about things, when it comes to my studies, just everything. Overall, it's just all positive changes. And I think if you're currently depressed and you want out, I think trying to change your diet wouldn't be the hardest thing in the world to do if you want to try to change, or if you want to come out of this depression. I know that people who are depressed sometimes look to other people to bring them up, which is always great. I mean, other people, of course, bring up your mood, and friends can help friends through hard times and things like that. But ultimately, we are responsible for changing our state of mind and doing things to reach the goal of coming out of this depression. So yeah, this is just a brief, well, maybe it's not brief, it's already nine minutes, so I'm gonna cut it off now. If you want a part 2, you can let me know. But yeah, this was just me talking about my depression and how I came out of it with vegetarian and vegan diet. And now I'm going through a bit of a rough patch just in life, not not exactly mentally, but just things that are happening in life. But that's okay, because it's all about our reaction to the things that happen to us, not about the things that happen to us. I'm a true believer in that. People go through many, many struggles in life. And so one struggle is not comparable to another struggle. Granted, one things are more, permanent, or things are, like people die and things like that. But everyone goes through struggles, and one person could react to it in a very dramatic and very immature and very unnecessary way, and one person can react to it in a very mature, sensible, and successful, positive way. So it's all about your reaction to the things that happen to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day wherever you are. Bye-bye.